Components in Angular. In this video, we are going to discuss about what are components, understand the component structure, how to create a component, block diagram of Angular application, a simple example program to understand these components. Components are the building blocks of an Angular application. That means any Angular application can be represented as a set of components. Basically, this component is a logical piece of code where it can be reused across the application. Each and every Angular application should have at least one root component. Generally, call it as app component. This component is automatically created when Angular application is created by using Angular CLI. This component has three parts. First one is template that contains all the HTML elements to render on web page. Second one is TypeScript class that contains the properties and methods to support the template. Third one is component decorator that is used to add some metadata, and this metadata is used by Angular framework to identify this component and instantiate when it is required. We use ng generate CLI command to create the component. Ng generate the component, then we need to give the component name. Okay, this CLI command creates four files related to the component. One is CSS file that contains all the styles of the component. Second one is .html file that contains all the HTML elements to render on page. Third one is spec.ts. It contains all the unit test cases of the component. Fourth one is .ts file that contains all the properties and methods of the component. Once this component is created, that should be added to the module declarations array. If we want to use that component that within that module, it should be added to the module declarations array. If the component is created by using the CLI command, the component is automatically added to this declarations array. And if this component needs to be used by other modules, then we should add this component to exports array of module. Here below, we have created one employee list component, and that employee list component we have added to declarations array. If this employee list component needs to be used by other modules, then we need to add it to exports array, and we added to the exports array. This component decorator basically has some properties. These properties are used by Angular framework to identify this component and instantiate when it is required. In that, first one is selector. It is a string to identify this component by Angular framework. Template URL, URL of the template HTML that belongs to this component. Style URLs array. It is a set of URLs of .css files containing all style sheets to use in this component. Let us try to understand this with some small example program. This is the yeah. This is a simple Angular application which is created by using Angular CLI. Let me open source folder. Within the tab folder, here we can see app component.ts, which is automatically created. It has remaining three files .css, .html, .spec.ts files. Let me open this component file. Okay, as we discussed, the component has three parts. One is template that we have specified here, template URL. It is pointing to HTML file. This is the HTML file. We can see some p tag with some content. Okay. Next, the second part is TypeScript class that contains all the properties and methods related to this component. This is the class. Third part is component decorator. This is the component decorator. Here we can see some other properties. Selector. This is used by the Angular framework to identify this component. And style URLs. These are the it is pointing to .css file. This is the file where we can write our all style sheets. Those can be applied to this component. Okay, once this component is created, this should be added to some module to use it. Here one module is there, app module. Here we can see app component which is added to declarations array. Okay, this is the way we need to use the component. Let us create one more component. To create the component, we need to use ng generate. Next, we have to give component. Next, we have to give component name. I'm giving the display. Yeah, we can see that four files have been created. If I open display, here I can see all four files. Okay, if the HTML here we need to display works. Okay, this is created, and let us see whether it is added to app component or not. Yes, we can see that the display component is added to this declarations array. Okay, now if I want to use this component, we need to use app display as selector. Let me use this one within the app component. Okay, when we use this app display, what Angular will do? Angular identify this app display as a display component, and it will try to instantiate that component, and whatever HTML elements defined this in this HTML, those will be displayed on browser. Let's see how it will show. Let me run this application. Yeah, here we can see that this is the app component rendered on web page. Here this is the p tag which came from app component. Within that app component we have used display component. This is the text which came from display component. Here within the app component we have used display component. So app component is the parent component, and app display component is the uh, child component. So we can represent all these components structure into a block diagram. Yeah, this is the block diagram of Angular application. Here if you see that this is the app component, and this is the root component of Angular application. Okay, this app component has some other components inside that those can be represented as tree structure. If you see that the display component might we can use it here. Here if a app component, within that we have used display component. Suppose if display component is using some other components, those can be represented here like this. All the component structures can be represented as tree structure of components. Thank you.